Greetings. My intense, sincere apologies for starting this live stream so late. But it is a gift. It's a gift to be able to do it, you know. Um yeah, you know why. Y'all know what's going on in these holidays is no joke. You work so hard for one day. And I don't mean like your birthday and you know what I mean? This is like a universal holiday. We do a lot. We do a lot for this holiday, man, and you know, it's time to sit back and look at the things that you accomplish. You know that I got to get preachy with this real quick. You have to look at the things you accomplished, and don't tell nobody. Don't get into it because I got this. That don't mean nothing when you do that. You have to look at it yourself and say, "Wow." And if you look at something that you have and it's just between you and I and you, then that means it's nothing. You understand what I'm saying? That means it's nothing like you think it is. You may think it's something because to everybody else it's something, but to you it's like it's just a car. Your house, new home has become your home. And being your home is not a bad thing. But even then you now you find yourself looking at other houses, looking at other cars, looking at other things. Like just imagine a person that looks at themselves and they're just never happy. Imagine that. Imagine like you accomplish these things. Because you know what I started doing? I've been paying attention. I used to do this many years ago, but lately I've been watching people and I watch how they achieve something and then they get there and then it just goes on a shelf. It's like my daughter with toys. You know what I'm saying? The only thing she's gonna enjoy this year is just opening up the gifts. Like now she has the concept of a wrapped gift. You understand what I'm saying? Versus before, they'll play with the wrapper. You know what I mean? But now it's like she wants to know what's in the side. Cut this open. You know what I mean? So, but even then, there's some toys she's been playing with for the last 3 years of her life, and there's some toys that she played with for 5 minutes and wanted it so bad. You know what I mean? So a lot of times you can want something so bad, and then when you get there, it's just no big deal. I believe that that's just the essence of what's going on now. It is a battle because no matter what you do, you're not going to know until you get it, right? You can imagine it. You can see somebody else get something and it wears off, the novelty wears off. But what do you actually get that is satisfying? You know what I mean? Some shit's a hit or miss. Like, you know what I'm saying? I learned that protein shakes don't taste good with real milk. You know what I mean? It just doesn't. It tastes good with oat milk. It tastes good with almond milk. It does. It just tastes better, right? So when I have one, I'm like, let me get my little blueberries with, banana and no sugar added, just no extra sugar added, just whatever's in there. The blueberries, the peanut butter, and the banana. And then I'm like, it didn't hit. And that satisfaction is something else. It really, really is. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to NBAC, shout out to Marcel, shout out to Liv, shout out to Ken Thompson. I don't like, personally, I'm not really a fan of almond milk at all. But I do like it in my shakes. You know what I'm saying? Pause. So, like, I think the point of the matter is what I'm making is that you can really psych your mind and believing that something will make you happy when you get it, only to regret it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't you regret it before you do it? You know what I'm saying? Why can't you regret it before you do it? Mm. You just had to try it, right? You just had to, like, no matter what, you just like, damn, like, I see my boy just literally. I use him as a good example because he's my current experiment now. And they bought this house. They, the searcher looking for it, making a deal, seeing if the people's gonna accept the deal. That anticipation, getting the closing date, to keep postponing it. He's about to give up. He's just gonna stay where he's at. Then they get the date, and then they get the move, and then they do everything, and then it's just like, okay, now we're living here and we're sleeping in this. Oh shit, our bills are doubled. But the month ain't even over yet. The week ain't even get here yet. They haven't been in a week. So he buys another car. He has that same disease I buy. But he buys this shit, and that chase, you see the picture. He makes the deal. He's telling the guy he's coming to Newark, New Jersey to get the shit. He gets up there, he calls, he says he got it. Then he makes it home, and it's just like another man's trash is another man's treasure. But is that really true? Well, ladies and gentlemen, boy, do I got some news for you. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Because I'm gonna tell you something. In this world right now, let me give a disclaimer before I even get on with this. This is not to promote cheating on your husband, cheating on your spouse, cheating on your boyfriend. Che- che- this is not promoting that. This is like basically when you were a kid and your parents, a good parent would tell you, listen, don't do this. But if you do it, make sure you do this. I wouldn't recommend it, but make sure one thing you don't do is do this. You understand what I'm saying? So please understand where I'm going with this, because this right now, a lot of men could learn from, but boy, a woman, you are going to learn today. And if you have questions, you asking for a friend or maybe yourself, or just shoot it, because it's pretty brief. It's not a long situation here. So I say all this to say, in regards to the another man's garbage is another man's treasure. You know, there's something about looking at a woman, right? Let's just go on the guy's side. You see this woman and she's in a relationship with this man. And you just like, God damn, like, you know what I would do to that? And to him, that shit is old. Like, he can't even get into it. And it's nothing personal. He's so dedicated to her, he can't even get into it because he's not doing anything else. See, with a man, he operates weird. When you see a man that that's not doing him, so to speak, he purchases a lot of things that just don't do shit. But boy, one thing he don't stop doing, when he got that side piece, he gonna hit that shit till the wheels fall off. You better believe it. You could tell when a man ain't getting no pussy because he makes stupid purchases constantly, because he's trying to find a medium for what he really, really, really needs. Now, a lot of men may be in denial of this, but take a look around you. Think of a guy that you know that's married, that really got no life, right? He's cleaning the lawn, he's working on the car, he's buying parts. He's just doing all types of shit, and he's bored. And a lot of men be like, damn, bro, you bored. If I had your wife, I had this girl, I'd be doing this, I'd be doing that. He's bored out of his mind. And the fact that he's not partaking in any sexual activity, he's going to get into man caves, offices. The only thing is, in this man cave, especially if he has a basement, he could get busy down there because he could hear anybody coming down the stairs. He could whack off. He could make love to another woman through AI. Whatever he chooses to do for the moment as an alternative. But when there is no alternative, oh yeah, he's gonna spend less time in that man cave, less time in that office, more time at work. And I don't mean that guy. Okay, we're talking about the same guy that used to work 3 jobs and now he's still working 3 jobs. Now, normally a guy would say, "Damn, Nate, this is fucked up. You doing a video about, you know, how to bust your man cheating." No, we're not going to do that. Oh no, we're not doing that. For those that indulge, these are not for the people that don't. These are not for the ladies. These are for the woman. Because you can't be a lady and cheat. Because once you cheat on a man, you're no longer a lady. I must warn you with that. Okay? You're Once you cheat, you're no longer a lady. Shout out to Bullets Gotti, goddamn my brother. Salute to my nigga, brothers Gotti, goddamn. Bro, I miss social media. I ain't gonna lie. It's a little difficult sometimes talking to these people on this damn your email shit. It's tough because they can't hear no tone like I did before. But boy, I can't do it. Salute to you, bro. So yeah, so this is not necessarily a ploy for the man to look back. This is for you as a woman, knowing that you may want to indulge in this stuff and you just can't tell your girlfriend. You cannot. You you can. Let me tell you something. I know women out here that trusted their mothers, and the mothers still spilled the beans. See, one thing about my mother was dangerous about her. Unless it's a matter of life and death, she won't tell anybody's secret. My pops, on the other hand, he won't tell another secret, but a nigga will leak it out. You know what I'm saying? Talking to another man and yeah, my son, he wild. You understand where I come from? Something to that effect. But the thing is with a woman, who the hell's gonna teach a woman how to cheat on a man without getting caught? Who is she gonna come to? A gay homeboy? He's still doing it from a gay perspective. Remember, he's still dealing with niggas that's lying to him. He's a man, the nigga's a man, and these niggas is lying, and the niggas are down low, nigga. That's a whole different world. But you're comfortable with talking to him because you feel he's a man and he's a woman. I get it. But just remember, the woman's side of him is going to make him talk. Okay? Everybody talks. Man leaks shit, woman leaks shit, but nobody leaks it worse than a woman. Because when a woman is going to get, she's going to get the specifics. Because when a woman tells another woman that she's doing dirt, she knows everything. She got to tell her what's going on just in case she comes up missing. You understand? Just in case she comes up missing, bitch, I'm going to see this goddamn man. Okay? Just in case you don't see me for a few hours after 8 o'clock, make sure you call the fucking cops. This is where I'm at. You understand? But the hardest part about it all is nobody's schooling a woman on this because they can't. He's feeling as if, number one, he's letting secrets out. Then he may feel guilty. If he's a church man, he's gonna feel even worse. Because he gonna probably be like, damn, I shouldn't be telling her this. But he must. Because every now and then you gotta tell a person, listen, don't have sex until you're a certain amount of age. But if you do, please protect yourself. Amen. How many of you had to tell your kids that? Don't have sex until you get out of high school. But if you do, take the precaution. You understand? I remember my father used to tell me, Junior, I never let a woman suck my dick and I never ate no pussy. He prided himself on that shit forever. Basically telling me don't eat no woman's pussy. Unfortunately, I did. So he never told me, well, if you do it, this is what you got to do. Be careful with this, be careful with that. Until I learned the hard way. Mm, I learned the hard way. And I remember there was a woman I was dealing with. We had a big history, a long history. And we started fucking around again. I knew her for years. She got better though. She had a couple of kids, so she started sucking dick better. It was great. And I remember mysteriously, I just started eating her out. I never did that to her. You know what I'm saying? It's funny because she wasn't as sexual. She was Dominican and Puerto Rican. So the Puerto Rican side of a Puerto Ricans love sucking cock. That's just their thing. They love oral sex. But Dominicans are not sexual. So she had a weird combination. But she started looking so good and she just looked better. You ever see a person get better with age? They just got sexy with it. She just got better. And I remember one time, I never forget the day too. And I just was eating. And I remember she kind of paused, but she let me do it. It was too late. I do remember she put my hand there like, whoa, you know what I mean? But fuck it. I knew him for a long time. What if this is what he wants to do to me, let him do it. I will never forget this. So fast forward, one day she said she had to meet me. We started going in a good direction. Shit was getting mad intense. Um, Trying to think who was I with at the time. This is fucked up, right? Because I was with somebody else. But anyway, shit's getting intense. I remember one day, so she lived in the Bronx and I was uptown. I'll never forget. She was like, "Where are you at?" And I told her where I was at up in Harlem. She said, "Stay right there. I'm gonna come meet you." So I'm like, okay, I'm thinking like, is she pregnant and shit? You know what I mean? Like, we use the rubber and all. So she meets me. She comes up with me and she connects with me and shit and gets in a. I get in her car. I remember that. I was in the passenger seat of her car. And she said, I have to tell you this because I spoke to my girlfriend and it's just really bothering me and I care for you enough to tell you. I'm like, oh shit, I don't know what the fuck she. Now I'm starting to say, well, this don't sound like no pregnancy shit. What the fuck is she about to tell me? And you know what she told me? I'm giving you the quick story. She told me she had herpes. I said, oh my fucking goodness. So I said, well, she said, yeah, I just wanted to tell you because I caught it. Whatever year she did, which was weird because I'd known her all these years. So she caught it from whatever, whatever. And she just had to tell me because she didn't have a breakout. But I said, where did you get it at? She said, down there. Now I know everybody at this time, everybody was telling me, yo, why the fuck you ain't kick her ass? I'm like, nah, I don't hit no girl. A lot of niggas was really flipping off this shit that I was telling. I was like, nah, 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 nah. I didn't feel that way. And I don't hit women anyway. So that wasn't even in my mind. I think what was in my mind was this is why my father told me don't eat no woman out. That's why he told me not to do that. So learning the hard way was that. And I ain't beat no pussy since. So what ended up happening is this was, and I didn't believe me. I was doing that shit a lot because I just love, I love women so much. You just want to eat. Oh, I want to eat everything that was sexy. But you know what I mean? So yummy, tasty. But I remember she was telling me how she did push back when I was doing that shit in the hotel. So long story short, that was the epiphany of my learning harder. A lot of women don't have this teaching at all about men. Cause how you gonna ask them, well, how do I cheat on a nigga? Unless you got a cool homeboy that truly, truly, truly is your homeboy, which you that's really, but he probably getting off hearing you cheating on your man, he ain't gonna really school you with that. And you don't want to put yourself out there because as a woman, you don't want to tell anybody, no one. Because what ends up happening is, as a woman, even as a man, but as a woman more so, when you tell a woman, another person, especially a woman, God forbid, God forbid she leaks that shit out, you are screwed. Because as a woman, she's going to know details. She's going to know addresses, the days of the week, the time when the husband doesn't do this, the time when this one doesn't do that. When you confide into a woman that when you're cheating with another man, you're in a relationship cheating with not only the man you're seeing, but you have her. She's involved in that. She's part of that crime scene if it becomes one. So you got to be real careful. Personally, I wouldn't suggest to tell nobody. You'd be better off emailing me and saying, Nate, I know this is fucked up. I know what I'm doing is wrong because you got to give me that disclaimer. But what do you think? And then when I tell you, you better do what I tell you to do. I'm telling you that. Never tell your girlfriend. Never tell your sister. Never confide. Let me tell you, if you feel that you can take that chance, I wouldn't do it. Anybody that confides in something always leaks it out. I know how to get shit out of people. That's just what we can do. We know how to do it. Because what ends up happening when you have an escapade like that, you're gonna want to share it. Not necessarily you telling your girlfriend, but your girlfriend's gonna have to tell somebody else that she trusts. And that person's gonna tell somebody else that they trust. And that person's gonna tell somebody else that they trust. And before you know it, you got 15 motherfuckers knowing what's going on. So you cannot tell a girlfriend. Okay, number one. Number two, please take heed to this one. Never, ever, ever, ever take your personal phone when you going to fuck with a nigga. Never. Never ever do that. Never. Let me tell you something. It's better to leave a phone in the house and have an emergency phone, right? Like some shit that you could call back to the house and check on if the smoke is clear. And I'm using my girlfriend's phone. If you leave the phone home, that's a lot better than you take it. Now, a lot of people may think, well, I don't want to leave it home if a nigga looking through it. You don't have to worry about nobody looking through it. There's way too many apps for that. There's way too many apps, way too many apps. You know what I mean? So, but I'm just saying, I wouldn't suggest you leave it home, but I'm saying you're better to leave it at home before you take it with you. Because this is the number one thing I'm about to tell you right now. If you ever, ever, ever cheat on a man, and you're cheating on a man because this nigga's boring, he's in his man cave all day, he's always in the office, y'all pay bills, y'all go through this frequent thing of doing what y'all do as a family, but at the end of the day, you want some action. You want excitement. You want to fuck and get fucked. Whatever. You need another nigga. You need a side nigga, and you can't tell nobody else at all. You can't tell the church. You can't tell your friends. You can't tell your hairdresser. You can't tell nobody. Because once they give you judgment, you're going to fold. There's a saying that I always tell people to stand by: never share your goals. You jinx it like that. One of my homeboys today, he's ready to leave his girlfriend. He said, I'm ready to leave. I'm ready just to tell her I'm all done. He's not going to leave her because he just told me he's going to do it. So he's probably going to talk to her. You see him in another week or two. Yeah, we worked it out. You understand? If a nigga going to do it, it's hard for a person to keep something to themselves and not share it. So that means that's what you call a lot of structure. When you could discipline yourself to not share a goal, you're gonna be one bad motherfucker. Because what ends up happening is if you share the goal, a person is gonna pick that goal up and it could get destroyed in the process. Hold on, let me read this one question. Shout out to Queen, shout out to Embrace City. Okay, so no, 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 no. See, those are see, that's why I tell women, don't ever tell your girlfriend that. Never. Let me explain something to you. When a person is in the midst of cheating, nobody wants to hear why don't you just leave? You know, if they was to leave, that's not cheating. You understand? You can't tell your children don't have sex until you're 18 because you know what they're gonna do? Not only are they gonna have sex before 18, they're never gonna tell you that because you're showing them you're not even a partner of anybody you can tell. The worst thing to ever do is to discipline somebody when they tell you they're gonna do some bullshit. I know it sounds fucked up, but you can't discipline them because what's gonna happen is they're never gonna tell you anything. You understand? So if you have the luxury of them telling you, just listen. Just listen. You could throw in there when they get off the phone, be careful, watch yourself, watch your back, and that's better than nothing. But when you're dealing with grown folks and they have an increment of wanting to do something, they don't want to be disciplined. Nobody wants to be disciplined when they have an increment or interest of doing some bullshit. They do not. Believe me, I use the psychology. I root one of my boys. I'm like, nigga, I can't wait till he buy this car because I know he's out of his fucking mind. But you know what? You gotta encourage the situation without necessarily detecting them from it. Because when they start seeing that you are a sourpuss, now they ain't gonna share shit with you. Nobody wants to talk to you because you keep telling everybody what to do with their lives. If they ask you, what do you think? You still say, listen, what do I think? Or what should you do? Or what would I do? What I would do, I would never tell you that, number one. So you're just not going to get an answer. Because what you want to do, sometimes you could save a person's life by them being expressive to you. It's like a person, I'll give you an example. That's like somebody that comes to you and they're like, yeah, fuck this. I'm gonna cut this one off. I'm gonna cut this nigga off. When he get home, I'm just done. And you listening and you listening. Don't listen too long, but listen enough. By the time they finish talking to you, they didn't got it off already. You probably saved their relationship because they talk so much shit. By the time the motherfucker came home with Chinese food, she weakened up because now she talked you to death and she got hungry. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of times when you go tell somebody why not just leave, you no, it wouldn't this wouldn't be a topic. You understand? Why not just leave means, Nate, what do you do when you want to leave somebody? Then that's a different topic. This topic simply says how to cheat on a black man and not get caught. Very important. Yeah, I need you to understand this. Now, I'm not promoting this. I'm just telling you through all my videos, if you choose to, this is something you probably needed to know. At least you could say, well, you know what? If you go this route, this is what you need to do. I wouldn't suggest it overall, but fuck it. If you're gonna do it, I'm not gonna judge you. You dig what I'm saying? So that's my disclaimer. I'm not I'm not gonna judge you because I wouldn't suggest it. But if you're gonna do it, this is how you gotta do it. Are we clear? Do y'all understand now? You understand? See, this is not a thing where I just leave and I just think it's wrong. Listen, there's nothing wrong about there's nothing wrong when a woman wants to know what could she do so she don't get fucking murdered. Okay? It's very important. Now, shout out to Pre-Shell. Back to the situation at hand. Shout out to, when you're in this position with a man, especially a nigga, because black men, believe it or not, they're connected to you more than any race of man. They can feel something is off. See, the problem with you as a black woman or a non-black woman, right? When y'all passion fucking fucks y'all up. You be into a nigga so much that when you into somebody else, he could pick up on that. Oh yeah. And you may think he ain't saying shit. He by the time you get in that car and you and that nigga ran off together, he ain't fucking say nothing. Oh yeah, good, we good. Yeah. But the reality is he's taking note. If he's good, he's gonna sit back and just take note. Cause you're gonna fuck up. That's what you're gonna do. See, the problem with you is, as a man, when we fucking cheating, that means we fucking somebody else, right? So when we're fucking somebody else, we're fucking you too. When we ain't doing shit, we ain't fucking you. When a man is dry and he ain't got nothing happening because he's playing with his fucking balls in that goddamn uh shitty ass funky fucking man cave he calls it. When he don't have nothing going on, he don't got nothing going on. But when that nigga got something going on, you're not gonna pick it up because you're gonna be like, oh well, um, he can't be doing anything because he still fucks me. You think he's cheating when he ain't fucking you anymore. Cause that's what you do. That's what you do. Okay? Okay, you gotta remember when a nigga goes out there and gets some new pussy, he don't come home and say, I don't even want to fuck my wife no more. Matter of fact, I ain't fucking much. I wanna maybe I could get it in with her too. Cause he may try to get it in with you before he go to bed because he know he got it in just minutes ago. You're different. You try to sneak in that bathtub knowing goddamn well you don't take no fucking baths. You go in there and soak your pussy because you heard one of my cleaning videos, but that's the worst thing to do. But you did it because you're all sweaty, smelling like nigga, and you getting in a fucking bed. You gotta get in the shower. But you don't understand. That needs to be you need to make that a habit every goddamn night. When you live with a nigga, all them nights that you slacked and you ain't take the shower because you said, fuck it, I'll take it in the morning, you fucked yourself. You should always rinse your ass. Throw a fucking couple of baths in there. Because when you fuck that man, when you got that other nigga on the side, we can smell dick. Oh yeah, we can smell it. We can smell man on you. Okay? It's like a man that works in a work truck all day. He's in his work truck and he comes home. He smells like work. There's a smell. So when you come in with nigga, we can't smell cum and balls, but goddamn, you definitely was with a man. Okay? God forbid the nigga's in the cologne. Forget it. When you fucking that cologne's on your neck. You can't just get that shit off easy. You should always go to bed fresh. I don't give a fuck if you gotta be at work in an hour. Always. Now, another thing that y'all do, you go out, when a nigga calls you, listen to me with this phone call shit. Let me go back to that. When a man calls you, that boyfriend fucking calls you got a problem because you got to pick the phone up. Or say, babe, give me a minute, I'll call you right back. Pick up the phone and say that. Never, never, never not pick up the phone. Because remember, you're cheating now. In most cases, he knows it. So you don't think he knows because you're thinking about you. Well, if that was me, you can't think of you because when he cheats, he doesn't cheat with emotion. You do. You cheat with emotion. Okay? All right? We cheat because the sky is beautiful and sunny today. We just want some pussy. But when you cheat and you want some dick, it's hard for you to go back home and fuck your man the same time after this nigga busted a nut inside of you. Believe it or not, you're supposed to go fuck him when you come home too. Because as long as you fucking him and it's never been a problem, he ain't gonna pick up on nothing. But when a nigga know you cheating and you come home, you are less likely gonna fuck him. So back to the phone situation, always, 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 always pick up that damn phone. Okay? Some of y'all that work at night, some of y'all be talking to this nigga all night on the phone on your Bluetooth, carrying on. You can never cheat on a nigga now because you're gonna fuck yourself. Because as soon as you fuck around and you go in the back of that Amazon job and fuck that nigga on the side, your husband's gonna call mysteriously. It always happens because he can feel it. When a man's connected to you, whether he's married or not, he can feel when you fucking another man. You think it's just you? He can tell. He just doesn't know what the feeling is. Something ain't right. He don't know what it is, but he can feel something. Because when you do get busted, he gonna say, you know what? I knew something wasn't right. He can feel it. Because that's his ass. That's literally his stuff. So a man can feel when you going out there. But you don't set shop up. You go home, you shave your pussy, you put on nice garter belts and shit like that. That's the dumbest shit to ever do. Never do that. Never, never get dressed up for a nigga. Let him have the underwear over there. Put it on when you get to his fucking house. Okay? Never do that. Okay? If anything, you should wear granny panties when you go in to see the nigga. Cause see, the man's gonna say, "Well, hold on, bitch. This bitch is on her. We know your period. So if you leaving the house and you wearing pretty fucking panties, and I know what you wore because I seen the fucking dirty clothes. Why you walking out with sexy underwear? Why you ain't wear the granny panties? If you going to work, why does it matter? See, a lot of times you may even look. Oh, a man starts an argument before he goes out and goes with his woman. No, they don't. You do. He don't start. That's the worst thing he ever want to do. Because if he goes start an argument before he leave, you're gonna be blowing his fucking phone up tonight. And there's nothing worse than when a nigga trying to fuck his side bitch. You call it all the goddamn time. He can't concentrate. Cause now he may think you outside in front of his car. That'll make his dick go down. You got a pussy that gets wet. You know what I mean? If a nigga don't give a fuck about your husband, and that phone is ringing, you still could get blasted. But again, you got to be careful. We and you are not the same. When you step out on a man, you got to remember there. You got to watch your emotion. Your emotion is gonna fuck you up. It will. God forbid you get caught, it's because your emotions fucked it up. Okay. You don't know how to do it like us, where we just go out there and get it off, and now we feel amazing. You want to sit up there and cuddle with the nigga, wish this could be your man, and you gonna come back home and be fucking pissed. And you may even question everything else because you know this shit's gonna get deeper and deeper and deeper. Most of y'all can't fuck two niggas at the same time because you're gonna feel like a hoe. Does that make any goddamn sense? You already cheating behind a nigga. You already fucking and being a hoe. Okay, but nobody gonna call you a hoe unless you tell anybody. Well, what about the man that I'm seeing? You gotta let him know. You gotta let him know. Listen. You gotta let him know. Listen, this is what the situation is. Well, Nate, that's why we want us to know. No, you don't need to know a fucking thing because he's gonna lie any goddamn way. You must tell him that you're married. You must tell him that you got a boyfriend. Cause ain't too many girls gonna go kill a nigga, kill a woman, but a nigga will murder a nigga over his bitch. So you must tell him. Okay, you must tell. He must never know where you live. If you live in Brooklyn, tell him you live in Queens. Never tell him the borough. Unlike you, a nigga ain't gonna go tell no nigga. A woman will go tell a bitch. Niggas ain't gonna knock on niggas' door and be like, yeah, man, that's why I'm fucking your woman. Okay? Unless you got a young psycho nigga, he's less likely to do that. So the more and more you deal with this fucking ape, you gotta let him know. Listen, and never get into no information. Yeah, I know your emotion is gonna fuck you because you're gonna tell him all the problems and this, that, and the third. He's listening. because he's the only one that could listen to you because you're the only one you fucking with. So you tell him, but be careful with that because now you're going to fuck around and fall in love with this nigga. You don't know it. You're able to be free. He ain't judging you. After y'all finish, you suck his dick. He come all in your mouth and y'all still cool. You go home now, and now all of a sudden your kids want a hug, or the husband cooked dinner. Now you feel like shit. Your emotion. We don't feel, God damn, my woman just cooked me a meal. What a great day. I just fucked my side bitch and I got a good ass meal. We think different. Your emotions is not gonna, your emotions is part of your sex, is part of your cheating. So all the things you gotta understand is the information cannot be displayed unless it's to the man you fucking with. And even then, you got to be limited. If you're married, he needs to know you're married. The end. Okay. Now I'm gonna go. If there's any questions, I know people are afraid to ask questions now, but let me give you a couple little other pointers. Never, ever, ever, ever fall asleep. Never do that. Never. Don't fuck this nigga in the damn daylight. Don't fuck him with the lights on. Never, 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 never. Because God forbid you doze off and take a nap. Guess what we're doing? We taking a picture of that. And when you taking that little nap, getting comfortable, I'm gonna send it to one of my other niggas. And now you're fucked. You're a married woman. God forbid shit goes left and somebody get to that damn phone and they find out. Now they got to pitch you in the next motherfucker's bed or whether you in the hotel or not. Okay, you got to be very careful with that. Okay, never ever fall asleep. If you feel like you're gonna go to sleep, go in the bathroom after that nigga fucked the living shit out of you and go in there. You be better off taking a nap in the bathroom. Do not take a nap in that bed. Okay, because that nigga's waiting for that phone. He waiting for that camera phone to take a fucking video of your ass, and you're not gonna see it. You're not gonna see it when that fat ass is to the other way around. And he taking the video and he send that shit through WhatsApp because he gonna send it to me. I'm gonna be like, God damn, what a nasty bitch. Shit, I like that. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you don't want to put yourself like that. You got to remember this is discreet. You got to move differently. Okay. So number one, you already know you do not tell. Number two, answer that phone. Now, if the nigga blowing some of your shit up and just acting crazy, you got a problem. End the night. Unless you end the damn night. Unless you could tell this nigga you work in a place where you know you can't pick up the phone. He know you drive the bus for the MTA. He know you drive the subways. He know you flying planes. That's different. Okay? That's different. Always let a nigga know you got another gig. You know, if you about to go fuck a nigga, that means you got another gig coming. What's the gig? Shit, they want me to fucking goddamn, they want me to work on a sub. Whatever job requires where you can't pick up the phone and you can only text, you're good. You're good. But you have to prepare it. I don't know how your lifestyle is, but that's another thing we have to cross that when we get there. You understand? Um, why do men still try to get with you when they know Julian said, why do men still try to get with you when they know you're somebody else? We don't give a fuck about that. We don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about it. No, there's not a man in this world that give a fuck about that. No man gives a fuck about that. That's not even nothing to do with the topic. We don't care. You know what I mean? Respectfully, Jim Queen, we don't give a fuck about that. That's not even that's not even a that's not even a that's not even a question. That's just that's that's our nature. We don't, a man doesn't look at another woman and be like, "Oh, she got a boyfriend. She got a husband or a boyfriend. I'm not gonna get with that." No, we don't think like that. Especially a boyfriend. Please, boyfriend is even worse. That's just your boyfriend. Get the please. Husband, we got a little more respect to it. You know what I mean? But a boyfriend, please. He's no one. You know how many women I fucked in my life that had boyfriends? I love fucking women that got boyfriends. I love it. Love it. I love it. I just love the fact that, well, I'm not gonna tell. And I'm not gonna tell. Hopefully she don't. And which brings me to another one. You ready for this, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies, excuse me. Shout out to Queen. Never, ever, 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 ever admit to a man that you cheated on him. When you admit your shit to that fucking, we saying a black man, never, I don't care what depression you're dealing with, what anxiety you're dealing with, never come clean. Because if he's a real man, he's gonna leave you. If he's a pussy, he's gonna probably beat the shit out of you and probably stay with you. Okay? That that's none of his business. Only time it's his business is if he caught an STD from you because you got one. That's it. It's none of his goddamn business. Okay, that's some shit you got to deal with. Take it to the grave. Never tell. I don't care if you could tell a person in your family that's passing away. Never tell him ever. I don't give a fuck what you. All the truth is on the table. I would want him. If that was me, I would want it. But if that was you, that's you. Okay. He's not. He's a man. He doesn't even live in his own truth. Okay. We're man. We're built. Our lives are built on lies. We don't live in the truth. So when you tell a man the truth, you just fucked yourself. Why would you tell him that? Never volunteer information. Never. You never, ever, ever volunteer information. So all these simple things is a layout of, unless y'all got questions, because it's hard for women to shoot questions because they don't want to incriminate themselves. But you got to think about like this: you are a candidate on cheating on your spouse or your boyfriend when you're bored. Never forget that. When you're bored, when he doesn't turn you on, when a motherfucker's working a lot, you are a candidate. Because I tell you right now, once you get into a cheating relationship as a woman, you're not gonna stop. You don't just go fuck a nigga one time and say, I can't do it again. I did it once. Once you did it, you might as well keep going because you already fucked behind his back. That's it. Once you cheat on a nigga, only take one time. So if you fucked a nigga 40 times, it ain't no different than a nigga that fucked one. Because it only takes one. You don't believe me? Tell a black man right now, y'all been together for 10 years. You cheated on him one time. He gonna be like, well, bitch, I don't want, if he a real nigga, he'll be like, I'm not gonna fucking be with you. You fucked the nigga already. Because all he want to know is, did you fuck? You went on a date, you did it, did you fuck him? Yeah, once. That's it. It don't matter. Once, 20, once is 50 times to him. Once is 50 times. So with all these layouts, it's the way you move. Your energy gives off suspicion. And you gotta watch that. Cause it's shit that you cut out. I'm mad at him right now. Yeah, you mad at your main man and you put the love into your side nigga. You can't do it like that. You gotta learn how to smile in his fucking face. Okay? That side nigga fucked the living daylights out of you. You should have breakfast the next morning. You got to keep that nigga on the toes even when he's thinking something ain't right because you don't want to do too much, but you want to do what you would have did for him. You couldn't cook for him in the next morning because you had to go back home. Cook for that nigga. Never ever use the side piece as the alternative to your emotion. That's where you screw up because he's going to pick up on that. He may not know what it is, but he's going to pick up something is wrong. And that's where you're going to screw yourself. Because a lot of times a woman is say, well, damn, I don't want to be a cheater. Right. So where does the terminology come from? Once a cheater, always a cheater. You think it comes from a man? It comes from a woman. A man's already a fucking cheater and a liar by fucking his birth. That's in his nature. It's not in your nature to cheat. So once you cheat, you're a cheater. If you cheated on one nigga in your whole fucking life, you're a cheater. Did you know that? Don't put it on the man. The man, we already a pile of shit. You don't want to be compared. Once you cheat, you're a cheater. If you fucked one nigga behind your husband's back or your boyfriend 5, 10 years ago, you're a cheater. I don't care how much you clean it up because you have proven that it could happen again because you did it once. That's all it takes. See, with you, it's one time. So a lot of women have this thing where, damn, mate, that's right. I don't want to do it. I don't want to feel like a hoe. Right. The guilt will fuck you up, but it'll fuck you up more. It'll fuck you up more when you tell somebody. You got to watch that. Nobody could judge you if you don't nobody knows what you're doing. Only one that's knowing is God. You understand where I'm coming from? Okay. So if you're spiritual, then that's going to be different. But if you have a thought of doing it, you're a cheater. If you if as a woman, if as a woman you thought about stepping out on another nigga and you fantasize fucking another nigga, they could tell you, oh, that's natural. No, it's not. It is not natural. It is not natural because as a woman, you could look at a man and he could be handsome. As a man, we look at a woman that's attractive. We thinking about putting our face in her ass. So for you to have any any indication of doing whatever, you did it. So you just got to be realistic to yourself. The worst person you could lie to when you cheat is yourself. Lying to him is whatever. It's you. Now I'm gonna tell you another thing that's very true. And I want you to really, really embrace what I'm about to tell you. When you are going through challenges of being in a relationship with a man and you just don't know who to talk to because you don't want to be judged, um, you don't want to do something, you don't want to affect your kids. If I cheat on my man, I'm cheating on my kids. Yes, you're cheating on your kids because your emotion could fuck you up. You fuck around and leave this nigga and break the marriage off, and the kids are gonna suffer because mommy stepped out. You gotta watch that. As a woman, you gotta move differently than a man because you can't get caught under no circumstances. You cannot get caught. So if I'll give you one example. Some of y'all, you at work, you fucking with that side nigga. Some of y'all at work right now fucking that side nigga. You know he got a girl. So oh yeah, she's eating my pussy every time he kiss her. And he don't care about that. And if she don't know it, she don't give a fuck about that. Until that nigga got herpes in his mouth, thank God. Again, I didn't catch the herpes from the girl, by the way, but the whole point was that's why I ain't no pussy, because she said she had it, but she didn't have a breakup. But moving along, this is the main thing that you want to understand. A lot of women get caught with this. Never FaceTime a nigga. Never text him. Okay, if you got to be on the phone with him, it got to be a phone call. Never talk to that motherfucker in the house. Okay, never. And most importantly, never send him any pussy shots. Don't send him no nudity. Don't send him that you was masturbating in a tub. See, that's high school shit. You as a grown woman, you want to the nigga want to see it, let him come get it. Yo, you come give it to him. Never do that, because now what you're leaving a trail. Okay? And that trail never disappears. That's document. Okay, a lot of these niggas right now going at work, man, they getting these sexual misconduct cases. These cops leaving the job and they fucking quitting and shit. And this one's blaming all that phone fucks them up all the time. Y'all get comfortable because you feel you could trust a nigga. Never trust a nigga that's fucking you, knowing that you got a fucking damn husband or boyfriend. Let me say that again. Never trust the man that's fucking you and knowing that you got a boyfriend or a husband. Never do that. Don't trust him. Okay. He won't fuck you up by telling your husband. He'll fuck you up by telling his friend. He'll fuck you up by being sloppy because his wife or his girlfriend caught your shit, and then she'll call your goddamn bitch back. And I mean your nigga, and tell him, well, I just want to let you know, hey, how you doing? This is Lisa. Your wife is fucking my boyfriend. That's what'll happen because you got a fucking trail there. Okay. No texting at all. No texting. You got to talk to a motherfucker. Y'all niggas got to start thinking like a Diddy party. Leave the phones at the door. Okay? He can't have no recognition. He can't even have his fucking phone because that nigga could be recording something with you and him and you don't even know about it. You know how many times I done fucked women from the back and I was recording them? They didn't know it. You picked up the phone, act like you making a phone call, and you video her getting slammed. You can't do that. giving a nigga a head and all that shit. He's taping that shit. So you gotta watch the document. That phone is dangerous. So if you could deal with a motherfucker and and know trust him as far as you can, that means he don't got no phone. Cause once you find out he got another phone in his left pocket, then all bets is off. You can't afford to fuck around because God forbid you niggas stop talking to each other. He got that fucking phone log. And that could screw you later. You could become a celebrity later on, and that shit could fuck you up. Never, ever, ever do this. So that's just like, never video nothing, never video shit. Okay. If you want to video him sleeping or whatever, and and, and take that risk again, just remember you can get into an accident. You could get into a car accident, man, and your husband could get your phone and get your damn fucking property. And you never know. You never know. You could get jammed up and get arrested at a drug drive. Anything could happen. That phone is dangerous. So you got to think on a level. You got to think on a level of how did Diddy end up going to jail? Because somebody had him on video. Video will fuck you up. That nigga that killed the healthcare nigga, he got caught from surveillance cameras. When Diddy beat up Cassie, that was surveillance cameras. You got to be careful with that. That's another thing too. Um, how about hotels? Hotels are probably the better places to go visit because the only thing about hotels, they don't tape you going into the room. You know what I mean? There's no hotel, there's no surveillance cameras in the room. But you know what I mean? So if you and a motherfucker, y'all going into a hotel room, there's less likely cameras. Now, a lot of people may say, well, if I gotta go through all this shit, no, you have to think like that. Because as a woman, you can't get caught. No, a woman should never get caught. So when you dealing with that fucking baboon, you got to understand he's very slick. Because unlike a non-black man, he can't pick up on the same shit soulfully that a black man could pick up on. And I'll give an example. If a white woman is with a black man, he gonna think she white, she ain't as smart as a black woman. You know what I'm saying? She gotta be on point to know that that's off the rip. That's gonna be one thing that he's gonna judge on because he gonna feel like she don't know any better because she ain't no sister, right? But if she's listening to this video, she knows that's exactly how he's gonna think. And the thing is, you gotta watch how you move in the senses, your car, Ubers, shit like that. When you fucking with an Uber, if you going to go make a pop on a nigga, you should never be seen leaving your house jumping in your personal car. Never do that. Jump in a cab, or it's even better to call a fucking cab every now and then, because then you ain't got to use your Uber record. You want to use a car service anytime you moving dirty. Never fuck around. I tell drug dealers that shit. I said, nigga, if you fucking hustling, nigga, you don't hustle in your own personal car. You take a fucking Uber. You know what I mean? That's really like y'all never thought of that. Of course. Ubers get pulled over too. Don't get it twisted, but people don't pay that no mind. If it's 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and you see your neighbor jumping in an Uber, you ain't thinking about it as much as if you like this bitch is going in her personal car and you just seen her get cute. You go into the Uber, you get lost. You know what I'm saying? So that's another difference thing you got to think of also. So there's all these different variables. The main thing is you can't tell a soul. Okay? But you have to let the man know what you're dealing with. All the shit that you want for us to do is more important for you to do. You got to tell that motherfucker up front. Okay? Don't give her no information about your husband other than you married. The fucking it. He don't need to know how many years, what your husband do for a living. Don't get comfortable and tell your husband's about to retire. He's been on the police department. Don't tell him shit. Because as a man, unless you tell us, then we're careful because we don't know where he at. But if you give us too much, it kind of puts him at ease. You don't need the nigga to be at ease. You want him to be on point. Because he's a dog anyway, because he's fucking with you, knowing that you got a man or a husband. You understand? No matter what the situation is, you probably think he's the better man. You have more fun with him. His dick game is crazy. He know how to make. He listens to your issues. That's fine and dandy. But just remember, you understand? If he's fucking with you as a married woman or a woman that has a boyfriend, you know what I mean? That's what he does. And there's a big market for that because it's underground. You know what I mean? It's like Prichelle when she asked the question, why not just leave? Hold on, we got a question. We got a question. So Anisha said, what if the side nigga sabotage you, like leaving a hotel 18 receipt in your car? Well, remember, you got to remember the number one thing is with a hotel, you never want a nigga to get no hotel for you. You get it yourself. Fuck that. You pay that shit in cash. Never have a nigga get no hotel room for you. That's how we sabotage you. You get the hotel. Cause you know what I mean? You get the fucking hotel. Cause you know what? You could always make up some shit that you had it in your name. No, listen, I know well, I want it in my name. You can have that shit in anybody's name. You know what I mean? But even if you got it in your name, it's no proof that you was fucking somebody. That's how you got to think about it. If a man can't catch you in a hotel room, how is a man going to get a receipt that you did a hotel? Because y'all got the same credit card and you shared it on your shit. Yeah, you pay the shit cash and do what you do, and you throw all that shit in the garbage. That's it. Because if he rents the room, he can sabotage you by having that receipt, by having that hotel key. Not a motel, hotel. You want to go in a hotel because people act different in a hotel. Motels are more credit. You fucking around and run into somebody. You could run into somebody in a hotel. They don't know you fucking somebody else. There's plenty of people that go to hotels. They there for night because they're there for work. They fly planes. They work as stewardess. But a motel, you know they fucking. You understand? And you should never go into the room with a nigga. Let that nigga meet you there. You know what I mean? Or you come. He has to come. Let him come to the room. Never, ever, ever let that motherfucker get a room. That's how women get jammed up. Oh, let him pay for it. What? You better pay for that shit. Let him pay for everything else. Let him pay for dinner, not that hotel. That'll fucking break your marriage up. Let him pay for everything else. I don't you want to go to let him pay for the fucking movie. Let him pay for that. Not no hotel. Okay? He and if he's smart, he don't want his name on that shit anyway. I would never want my name on a hotel and I'm married. You understand? But again, if the woman pays for the hotel, then she knows she could self-sabotage her shit by going home with the fucking card key. But she gotta know off the rip. Leave everything at the hotel. It's better to leave shit there. It's better to leave shit in a hotel than leave it in your car. You know, when you leave that hotel, make sure you look back. You got your pocketbook. God forbid you leave your shit in there, they can open it back up. They know they got your information. You understand? But if you got a key in that bitch, leave that key in the room. Throw everything in there. As soon as you open that fucking door, put the key. Don't put it in your wallet. Don't put that shit in your purse. Don't put it in your bag. Put that bitch on the table. Leave it there. Leave everything in a hotel room. That's what hotels. You ain't gonna clean it up. I don't care if your panties in that motherfucker. So what? It's better than leaving it at his house. You understand? ATM receipts jam niggas up. You gotta pay cash. Cash. There's no trace. Okay? Cash. Ask the federal government, am I lying? No trace with cash. Fuck that. I don't want no receipt. I don't want no ATM. I don't want no damn debit card. None of that. That's how you get fucked up because that's how niggas get caught. That's how niggas fuck up in murders. Yeah, you got to show your ID at the hotel, unfortunately, but you can have some fake ID. You know what I mean? But you got to show your ID. Big deal. Again, you still can get away with that because they don't have no proof that you fucked a nigga in a hotel. There's no, even if they have cameras, there's no proof that you and the man was in the hotel together. Doesn't matter. They do it all the time. How many times? Listen, there's more proof when people be doing murders and these niggas be walking out of Walmart with fucking murder tools or walking out of Home Depot. That's more proof. Because they're gonna be like, well, they went in there for what? But a hotel, they don't know what you did when you were in the room. You got lost. You could went and got high together. You know what I'm saying? Anything could happen in a hotel, but a Home Depot, they got the whole surveillance everywhere you're at. They know what aisle you're on. And Walmart, now you buying tape and ropes and shit and saws. And next thing you know, that's what they go. They go right back to that footage. But that fucking hotel, they just see you coming and leaving. How many people you seen that were missing and they seen the girl at the hotel? That's all they had. She was at the hotel. They can't see anything else. You know what I mean? Um, there's just a lot of things. So again, I gave the disclaimer. This is not promoting this. This is just the underground question because these are things that women talk about. There's a lot of women that there's a lot of freaks out here. A lot of niggas don't understand. There's a lot of freaks. If I line up 10 niggas, 10 niggas is telling me women lick their asses. You understand? So there's a lot of women putting their work out here. It's just a lot of niggas don't know that at that day. Now, men might say, well, Nate, how can a man tell their wife is cheating? Now, I'm not gonna do all that. I'm not getting into that one, but I will get into for a woman. You're right. The name of the game is you as a woman, even if he feels something, he has no proof. The only way a man has proof is if A, you tell him, or B, he catches you in the act. I don't give a fuck if he caught you in a hotel with the nigga and y'all niggas was watching TV. You're not fucking. That's the key. As long as he don't catch you doing that, you everything else is deny, deny, deny. You wasn't fucking him. That's all he's concerned about. As long as you ain't get caught screwing a nigga, never tell him that. So if you feel that shit is bothering you and your guilt is bothering you, then you leave him. That's the only time you leave the nigga. Now, Purcell, this is the question. Wait, that's when you leave. The guilt is killing you. That's when you got to leave the nigga. But don't tell him. No man deserves to hear that. Well, Nate, what if he was cheating on me? Once again, you just gonna confirm him cheating on you. You're just gonna be a host. So there's nothing comes good out of telling a man the truth. Never forget that. Nothing. Okay? Nothing good. It ain't gonna be good. There's no good side to it. Even when you tell the side nigga that you married, and he know it ain't good because that's a sign where he's supposed to fucking be knowing that he ain't shit either. As a matter of fact, he's worse than you because you told him the truth. You understand? So a man's truth, your truth is not his truth. It's different. Okay? We tell the truth, we deal with it. When you tell the truth, we deal with it. When he tells the fucking truth, okay, it gets him nowhere. The lie goes further. Okay? Unfortunately, that's just how he does what he does. So it's a mean game. Well, Nate, when do you know you want to cheat on a nigga or whatever? You know when you want to. You know when you got that coworker or that fucking boss that's putting that damn pressure on you. You know what you want to do. You know what I mean? But just remember, you fuck a nigga at your job, that's very risky. Always remember, I don't care how personal you think it is, there's somebody at your job that knows what y'all doing. You just don't think they know. They know it. They know when you're in that classroom. They know when you're in that ambulance, when nobody, they know there's always somebody because it's work. The problem with jobs is always somebody watching that you didn't see watching you. You go to a hotel, the person don't know you, they don't know you. You know what I mean? But hotels are different because niggas don't bring women to hotels to fuck. They bring them to motels. Motels and short stays. Short stays are for fucking losers. Should never fuck a nigga in a motel. Motels are disgusting. You go to a hotel, some corporate shit because you could get lost. Nobody looks like a slut and a prostitute in a hotel because it's more discreet. You understand? So again, I put my email address there because I know a lot of women right here may be thinking, but the real reality is you can't tell nobody. You can't tell no one. And if you feel that you're going to have a problem with that, then don't do it. Because once you open your mouth, you're fucked for life. And even if you did it 5 years ago, it's going to come back and haunt you because you told somebody. You can't tell a soul nothing. I don't care how close you think y'all are. You can't say shit. You can't. You can't say one word. Now, black brothers, black men, this is the one pro about brothers. Again, if you're a black woman, they in tune with you soulfully. So like I told you, when something's off, it ain't your smell. Well, Nate, what about if, can he tell if the pussy's loose? No, there's no such thing. You can't tell. That's a myth. You can't tell from that. And if it's a myth, take a bath. You want to tighten your pussy back up? All you got to do is get in the bathtub. Take a bath. Guaranteed. A shower don't tighten up a pussy. Only a bath does. Facts. A bath. Get into the habit of taking a bath once a week so that nigga won't, let him get used to it, just in case. You may not cheat for this nigga for the next 5 years. You may not cheat on him at all, but just in case, you can never question it. Make sure you take a bath on once a goddamn week. And if you really know you was being naughty, just put some Epsom salt in the damn tub. It'll tighten that pussy up brand new. A man cannot tell from that. Don't ever believe that. You got to take a bath because the thing is, you don't know what's in there. You don't know if a nigga left something in it you couldn't see. It could have been anything. It could have been his hair. It could have been one of his fucking pubic hairs inside of you. You got to watch that. That bath will take all that shit out of there. Put your hair up and soak in that fucking bathtub. You'd be surprised. And you're going to feel more brand new than a shower. Shower, y'all. A lot of y'all niggas is lazy. You see, when you take a bath, you're going to wash the fucking tub out. A lot of niggas don't wash that tub out when they take showers. They just be, fuck it, I'm grown. I wash that shit, let it go down the drain. Bathtub, you're going to wash it because there's going to be some dirt in there. You sweating, there's going to be some dirt in there. You got to clean it. And you're going to see everything comforting. You're going to see his pubic hair, your pubic hair. You'll be surprised. That shit brings it all out. You only get caught when you open your mouth and use your personal card. Come on now. Phones and all that shit, they got all that. Some of y'all niggas got these electric cars and Teslas and shit. You got to be out your fucking mind. Man, you'd never do that. Get your ass in a car service and never ever fuck around with that. Well, how about if I'm with him? I mean, I wouldn't suggest it, but if you do go with him, never let him drop you off at your house. Never do that. Give that nigga a bullshit address of a building. It got to be a building. Tell him to drop you off at the hospital. Let him think you work at the hospital. You got to bullshit him too. You got to bullshit him enough where he could drop you off and he going to drive off. He going to drive off when you work somewhere. But if he feels he's going to sit there and he full of shit, they know the trick. You go to your girlfriend's house, you act like you going there, and then you jump in the cab and go home. He probably watching and follow you home. Once that nigga know where you live, you're fucked. You're fucked. Well, Nate, what app? Text Now. That's the only app you should be talking to a nigga from, because you know why? Just in case he act up, you could change the number. Never, ever, ever. I'm saving this for final. Listen to me, y'all, very clearly. Get a phone app. There's a few of them. Text Now is a good one. Text Now. T-E-X-T. Text Now. Get an account is easy. Use that number. Okay? It's got its own thing. You could hide it. God forbid shit go left with you, you could change the fucking number. And that's it. See, the problem with your real phone number, God forbid you change that fucking phone number. I mean, you got that number and you block him, he still got your number. That's what you got to be careful. You should never, ever give your personal number out to nobody. Always use Text Now, because you can flip the number in 2 seconds. Just get a new one. You know what I'm saying? And that's somebody else's problem. You ain't got to, there's no blocking involved when you get these damn apps. Apps right now make it easy. Because if you got the regular phone, even if a nigga could catch you off guard, he's got to call from another number. He could call from a Text Now number and catch you off. You go be like, hello, be like, yeah, what's up, bitch? And next thing you know, that nigga's on a Bluetooth in the car, you're fucked. You're fucked. You're fucked. Bluetooth, don't even bother with Bluetooth, nothing. Take your Bluetooth off. Take your Bluetooth off. Just take it off. Oh, Nate, I have it for my music. Take it off. It's a scam. Don't fuck with that. Bluetooth get you in a lot of trouble. A Bluetooth will get you jammed up. I'm telling you right now. Bluetooth is very dangerous, especially in the car. You fuck around and walk in the supermarket and you talking to the nigga, the closer you get into your car, he could hear it. You like, hello, hello? He's in the car talking and saying hello. You can't. I'm telling you, Bluetooth is dangerous. When you go to your phone, go to settings, turn that shit off. Keep it off. Don't ever fuck with Bluetooth. Bluetooth is dangerous. That shit is a setup. How many of y'all been in positions and you be on the phone and the closer you get to the car is running because your wife's in there, and next thing you know, you talking to her like, yo, hello, hello. She can't hear you because the phone, the Bluetooth pick it. Like the wife could listen to it. You understand? Listen, it's a doggy dog world, man. If people could say, well, that's fuck. Listen, you got to remember, in life, we all doing something wrong. You know, whether you sucking dick, whether you eating pussy, whether you eating ass, all that shit is wrong. Just to let you know that. I don't give a fuck if you're doing it. If you sucking your husband's dick is wrong. Sucking dick is wrong. Everything is against the rules. So nobody's perfect. We're all fucked up one way or another. And that's the truth. So I'm just letting you know, if the mind goes in a fucked up direction because you have a circumstance at home, you have to lay down the rules as a woman. A man don't ever gotta lay. Well, a man should be upfront and tell us what it is from day. No, that's your job. Okay. He's gonna abide by the rules more because he's the man. He don't want to blow the opportunity. Okay, we set the rules down with you. We could fuck our whole shit up. You probably ain't gonna be with it. Well, listen, this is my deal. I'm married. I just got married yesterday. Ain't too many women gonna fuck with that nigga, but I tell you this much. You tell me, well, I just got married yesterday. I got 3 kids. No, there ain't a man in this world no man gives a fuck about that. He don't care. You trying to fuck with a nigga? He no problem. He's gonna abide by every rule that you give him. But not again, you can't trust him because he may be cuckoo for cocoa puffs. I'm just saying the all the things you want from a man is usually what you need to tell the man. That's what you need to tell him. Man need to keep up real, stop lying. No, you need to tell the motherfucker that. You need to fucking put it up front. Because he don't care. Okay, you care about our truth. You're gonna judge it. Okay, he's not gonna be, oh, I don't want to deal with that. Only reason why he don't want to deal with a married woman, number one, his main reason why, because he don't want to get shot. You know what I mean? If there's gonna be any problem with him not wanting to fuck with you because you got a girlfriend, it's because he don't want to, get murdered and get beat up or whatever. These are the smaller details, but other than that, he gonna take the risk. It's pussy. It's different. Okay, he take. It's not about you cheating for dick. You cheat for compassion. You cheat for you know all the stuff you miss in the home. He could get the more he gets in the home, he gonna cheat any fucking way. I don't care how many times you suck a man's dick and lick his ass, your husband. You do all that shit and freak him off. If he's a goofy good guy, yeah, he ain't going nowhere. But if this motherfucker has any level of you just pushed him to go out there and get more ass, so there's no way you could get away from it. If he's doing dirt, that means he's fucking you. If he ain't fucking you, that means he ain't doing no dirt. So you got to think about that. You, on the other hand, is different. You think, well, I ain't fucking a nigga yet. Because most of the time when you fucking your side nigga, you don't want to fuck your husband no more because you have this thing in your mind that you can't fuck 2 niggas at once. That's how you fucking blow it. Can't do that. When you playing this game, you got to cover up your shit like you a man. A man moves different. The more a man is getting on the street, the more and more he gonna give his wife. You know how many motherfuckers out here? There's some men out here that's gonna get their wives anything they want because they don't want to leave them. And there's some niggas out here that gonna buy their wife everything she want for Christmas because it's guilt. The more guilty we are, the more we do for you. You understand? So you got to do the same way. You can't get to the point where I'm just gonna be done because it ain't gonna be fun when you cut your man off and you fucking with that side nigga. Because now it's not fun no more. It's only fun when you cheating on him. It ain't fun when you leave your man now. It ain't gonna be fun for him now because now you his girl. You know what I'm saying? He can't be with that because he know you ain't shit. He's like, well, damn, it was all good, but now, bitch, I can't be with you now. You my motherfucking you fucking cheated on me. That's how he gonna look at it. Shout out to Liz. I'm telling you, Nate, they have this new feature for iPhone where a person can record your conversation. That's old. That ain't nothing. Recording your phone call is nothing. You got a speakerphone. Anybody can you could press record on that shit. That's nothing. I'm just saying in regards to apps. Apps are very important because you could hide them. You could hide text now. You could have an app and hide the bitch. Now don't get it fucked up. Some men may be like, well, damn, you know what I'm saying? What if the nigga's smooth with it and he look for it? Well, if you got a nigga looking through your phone, then you got a cheese bowl. Ain't no real nigga looking through no woman's phone. So if you got a goofy fucking clown nigga that lives at looking through your phone, well, again, you got to move different. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to you got to move different. We'll give some more information on that one another time because I got to get out of here. But you got to move different. Real niggas is not gonna look through no woman's phone. That goofy fucker's gonna do it. Okay. So if a nigga gonna look through your phone, what is he gonna find? Ain't gonna be no naked pictures. Ain't gonna be no texting. Phone call. You don't do long phone calls any fucking way. Not on, not unless it's through the app. You ain't gonna do it on your real phone. And even sometimes you can see this shit. You know what I mean? You can see you can see the text now numbers coming. But again, like I said, it's still not substantial because at the end of the day, if a man knows that you with somebody and some nigga call him, no man's gonna give up no information. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna do that. But if you got an abusive nigga like that, then that's a little different. You gotta be careful with a motherfucker like that. Nigga that's abusive, jealous. You don't want to cheat on a jealous nigga. Watch that. Gotta watch that. That could be deadly. If you got a jealous man, nothing I said in this conversation goes to you. Okay. You gotta move that shit completely different. Okay. Black man and jealous man is two complete different things. The jealous motherfucker, how could you cheat? He's jealous. How you gonna make a move? You can fuck your little coworker or something like that, but even then, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know who's watching you. You gotta watch that jealous shit. Be careful with a jealous motherfucker. Cheating on a jealous man ain't cheating on a man. That's just taking a risk with your life. You gotta be careful with that. I'm not, and I don't want to condone that because you fuck around and be like, damn, Nate, you had one of the subscribers. She got killed from her jealous. Yeah, jealous boyfriend's killed. Gotta watch that. You know what I mean? The first thing you need to do with a jealous nigga, you got to get on a level of, all right, nigga, you don't even cheat on him. Just leave him. Because that's the nigga you leave, But then they say, well, nigga, what about the other man with you? Nah, you can't just leave a nigga. You got a family with this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You got a future with him. You with him already, and you don't want to leave him. Nah, this is for the conversations for people that don't want to leave the man that they with. Jealousy is a whole complete. I ain't talking about leaving. That's mentally deranged. You don't want to fuck with that. That's just dangerous. Yeah, nah, straight up. Yeah, don't fuck with no jealous nigga. Jealous niggas, I don't deal with jealous niggas as friends. I don't associate with them because they sick. That's a sickness. This is for, within the normal range, man. You know what I mean? You tell me, well, Nate, I got this jealous. You can't tell me you got a jealous man and you friends with me. That's dangerous for me. Even as a YouTuber, it's dangerous. That's dangerous for him to be listening to this video. Jealous niggas I don't give no fucking love and respect to at all. The dirt. It's fucked up. I don't condone it. I'm just saying if you're gonna do it, this is how you gotta do it. Number one, keep your mouth shut, move in silence, and don't use your personal fucking car. Okay? If you ride a bike in this motherfucker, then take that. Don't use your personal car. That'll jam you up. You got a late model car, anything. Remember, niggas on the surveillance. A nigga can't listen. When you got an Uber, you dip and you dip out. Uber pulls up, you jump out, boom. It's a different car every time. Can't go wrong. Ain't nothing like a Uber. Throw that bitch in there, jump in the car and be out. You out. Zip, 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 boom. Pull up. Don't matter. It looks good coming up in an Uber. You come home in an Uber 4 o'clock in the fucking morning from work, always working. Always put it to work, 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 work. You're working, you're working, you're working. Work. Once you got a good job where you could tell that nigga you on overtime, you free, you good. Oh, Nate, what if we try to pull an all-nighter? Never do an all-night in a hotel. Don't do that. You paying for the full night, but don't do no full night. Come home before the light comes up, like a kid. Don't let that sunlight catch you. You do that, you're fucked. Once you start spending the night with the nigga going on trips, don't do that. Don't do that. I know it feels good. Oh God, Nate, I was gonna do this for. Don't do that. That's how we fuck up. We do dumb shit like that. Don't do what we would do. I would do something dumb like that. Go to the store, go to the supermarket, get a nice fucking hotel, a residence in where you cook with the, because I want her to feel like my wife for one night. No. It lasts longer when you get it, when you stick it and quit it. Trust me. You can fuck a nigga for 10 years, and he'll never pick up, he'll never catch you. Cause there's no emotion when you just black. If a nigga blazing you for a good, listen, you be surprised. A good old heavy fucking could be way under an hour. Nobody, you never skip a beat like that. You'll never skip a beat. Some of y'all go to the gym. Well, go to the gym. That's cool. Go 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 to the gym after he blazed your ass. Now you're sweaty and filthy, and take that. That nigga know you do. He know what you do every time you come home. He's watching your routine. If you're working out at the gym, it's even better. Well, I want to take a shower before my side nigga did it. He don't got it. He don't care about no fucking shower. He don't care about none of that. You take the shower before you go. You take the shower before you go inside the gym if you want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but never come home because you showered already. That's just dumb. Never do that. Never. Never. Okay. And that, if that unless you coming from the gym and that nigga know you work out 5 days a week and you take a shower there every day, yeah, you could get off with a lot of shit. But that's not common. Not everybody takes a shower in the gym. Okay. That black man, yeah, he could be very inquisitive. He could feel little things because he know he ain't shit. He do the same thing. But if he's a square, don't sleep either. Don't stop your motion. Always keep everything regular. Don't argue with the nigga. If you argue with it and go with that side nigga, that's the worst shit you could ever do. You as a woman, because you're terrible with that shit. See, we can argue with our woman and go home and fuck the side bitch and baby, I come home with flowers and all that shit. You know what I mean? She gonna be like, well, okay, you come home with all them flowers and shit after the argument. That means you probably wouldn't fuck somebody. You gotta come home the same way we come home. God damn it, shit, she felt that shit felt good. But once you start doing them little weekend trips and let's go to Essence Festival and you playing along because you bringing him with the girls, no, don't do that. Don't do that. It won't last long like that. You want this to last long. Because then you can stay with your husband or boyfriend forever. It's fucked up. It's sad but true. You know what I mean? You can stay with him forever because then if you get tired of it, you get tired of it. And that's good. But once you start getting caught up, forget it. Caught up, you're going to get crazy. Can a woman love two niggas at once? No, she cannot. A man can. A man could love two women, but a woman cannot love two niggas. She cannot. There's going to be one nigga that's just going to have the fucking heart. And believe me, if you love your husband the way you did, you think you do, you ain't gonna fuck nobody else. So if the love ain't all that strong, okay, you are a candidate to cheat on them. If you feeling that side nigga any bit, trust me, he could break around and take you to, let's take a trip to Africa, and you fuck around and try to do it. Don't do that. That's it. Once you go on that week trip with them, then you know what I mean? You take away the honeymoon. Honeymoon gets destroyed. Because now the reality sets in right now that y'all doing this shit is wrong. Your mind's all over the fucking place. You wish your husband would leave you. And then no man wants you then. Now he's not gonna want you then because now he don't want you as a girlfriend. He wants you the way y'all want each other. This is the fun part. We like that. Sad but true. Again, this is all fucked up what I'm telling you. I'm not telling you all this shit is telling you it's good. It's just I'm giving you the fucked up thing, but I'm giving you the real deal if you do it. If you don't do it, then you got nothing to worry about. But if you do it, you have to take heed to this. Okay? You will not get caught if it have fun with it. When you start going and eating and going to movies and you can't, that's how you get caught. You get caught like that. He coming over watching the fucking game with you. You want to cook him a dinner? No, don't do none of that. The most y'all can do is just spend a little bit of time at the telly and blaze each other. Fucking sitting there, go early too, 6, 7 o'clock, so you can leave that bitch. You gotta use after work hours, because nobody's gonna suspect nothing after work. You know what I'm saying? You get to the telly 5, 6 o'clock in the fucking evening. Fuck it, you leave 4 hours later. It's fucking 9, 10 o'clock. It's still early. When you start doing all that overnighter and all that, bringing your bag and bringing dildos and fucking, spanking things and spanking each other, it's too much. You make it shit obvious, and you're gonna get caught up like that. Every time I had a situation where we got deep because we just didn't keep it on a damn generic, bam. That's why they tell you the best shit is to have is a hit and run. Hit and run does the job. It does the job. It does the job. It's fucking invigorating. It is. Hit and run. If your relationship with that side nigga is not like that, don't even fucking bother. Don't even bother. Don't even bother. Because you fuck around, he'll leave you. Now you playing this game, and now the nigga know you moving around, and now he got another bitch that his job feeling him. He don't want to leave. That happened to a girl I know. She didn't just know how to blaze. Everybody she fucked with, she got to get deep. She wanted to cruise with this nigga one time. She had a good lie about it, but she wanted to cruise. And this one she went to a Jamaica with. Like, y'all start doing trips. You can't do that. You want this shit to last, and it's a medicine, and it's gonna keep you young and fresh and stress off that nigga's back. He ain't gotta touch you ever again. You ain't giving a fuck. Your side niggas taking care of that. Why would you care? You don't give a fuck. You understand? So shoot the questions. We're just gonna kind of visit this shit a little more frequently because I'm seeing now that there's a lot of women that want men that tell them the truth, and I'm like, no, that don't work for him, and it don't. Okay, stop it. Okay. You just saying for him to tell the truth because you got caught up with some bullshit. You tell the fucking truth. Okay. All right. Your truth works better with him. Okay. But it don't work good for you. He gets nowhere with his truth. Trust me, he's a man. He's a fucking liar by nature. Okay. All right. All right. You need to know all these things. Yeah, well, talk about your day and your kids, and he took me here, and we're going here and be careful with that. Keep your information because he'll stay longer. The more you tell him, he think he's doing you a favor. But it's nothing like you fucked the shit out of that nigga and you just got up and left and I talk to you later. He gonna sit there like, God damn, with his thumb in his mouth. That's how Robin Givens was fucking Eddie Murphy in that movie. She tears ass up and he be like, where you going? She be like, I'm going home. They hate that. You don't want him to intrigue you. You want to intrigue him. He's intrigued by niggas get intrigued by a woman when they do a hit and run. It lasts forever. Remember the song Keith Sweat said, "Make it last forever." Have a hit and run and see how that happens. Y'all start getting into them fucking relationships, and now you his guman, and that's my side nigga. We've been in an affair for 15 years. That's a mess, man. That's how you break up homes. You ain't trying to break up your fucking house now. You trying to keep it. You don't want to. You clearly don't want him to get caught. If you want to get caught, why the fuck would you? You want to get caught? Turn it into an affair. You don't want to have an affair. You want to have a fling. Yeah, y'all could talk, kick it, and talk, shoot this shit, whatever. But when you get to business. It's more exclusive like that. The pussy lasts longer. Trust me when I tell you. Believe I had a woman that had a fling like that with, and she had a nigga. And to this day, I still think about that pussy because I love the way she used to just do it. She come through in an Uber, tear shit up, and leave. She ain't lose her parking space in the streets, keeps her car in and out. Nothing better. A woman can do that. A man can't. You know how many times I'm a late night nigga. I be seeing, how many times I be seeing women, they say nothing happens good after 3 o'clock. Again, you can't tell. You can see the biggest hooker going in and out of cars all day. You're gonna be like, yeah, that's a nasty bitch. But that bitch flipping Ubers, ain't no telling where she going. You don't know. Because she gets lost. You understand? So stick with me. Anybody that got a question, shoot me an email and I'll tell you what the fuck to do. Okay? I'll put my number up here and call and tell you exactly what to do. Okay? The less you say, the better you off. Don't tell your girlfriend. Don't tell your fucking cousin. Don't tell your sister. Don't tell your mother. Don't tell no one. Okay? Even that gay ass friend of yours, he may fuck it up. He may get jealous after a while. He gonna want to fuck one of them. He gonna want to suck one of them niggas' dicks, and now he gonna blow you up. Yeah, you dirty bitch. That's why you cheat me out. You don't need that. Person can't say nothing that they don't got nothing on. And then you could talk shit. Be like, I never cheat on him. If I cheated on a nigga, I would have to leave him. Talk of that shit. You are a woman. You are born to be discreet. He's born. We're born to lie. You're born to be discreet. We cannot look at you and know you fucked a million niggas. I don't care what he says. How many bodies you had? 30? Don't tell him that. Never tell him how many bodies you had. Number one. If you're going to choose it, choose a fucking number from 1 to 3. Okay? Anything past that, none of his fucking business. Okay? Remember, listen, at the end of the day, a man's only going to go by what he knows. So even if he feels something's off, he's not going to know until he catch you. He got no evidence. Oh, my man, you slipped. They seen you with so-and-so. I'm like, well, they ain't see me. Only time a motherfucker should come and tell you that they seeing you, they should come up to you. That's when you know you got it. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Yo, what's going on, girl? Yeah. And even then, how many niggas gonna go back and be a sucker and go tell, well, that rat nigga may do it? You gotta have a lullaby. Be ready for that. Oh, my boy said he seen you at the gas station with some niggas. So why you ain't come say nothing? The fuck out of here. You gotta turn that nigga to you. That is kind of true. You gotta be quick at the risk. As long as that nigga ain't got that damn video, you getting blazed in that goddamn fucking telly or wherever y'all was at, he don't got nothing. He got to have proof. He got to be able to look you in the face and say, this is you. And you got to be able to say, that ain't fucking me. All right? Please forgive me, God. It's just that no people just want to know this information, and I don't want nobody getting jammed up. But if your nigga's jealous, don't listen to nothing in this video. This does not apply to you. Get away from that motherfucker. That's what you need to do. Get away from him. Okay? Get away from him because he's going to be a problem. He's going to be a problem when you break up with him any fucking way. Okay? That's it. So that's just don't never tell. Well, if a man, what should I ever tell a man what he should do if he cheat on me? Never tell him that. Don't tell him shit. Let a nigga live. Let a nigga do what they do. You know what I'm saying? A nigga hang fruit low that way. The more he hang his fruit low, the more and more you see what he do. You don't want him holding it up high. You can't reach it. Just let it chill. Sit back and let a person be who they be. Trust me, they get comfortable. They're gonna slip. You could be a mastermind if you do this shit, because trust me, you can't get the emotion attached. We don't get emotion attached like you. You know what I mean? Y'all get emotions attached. So how you detach the emotion, I told you this before. Detach the emotion. A quickie, you could get fucked real good and do a nice little quickie, a nice whatever. You know what I mean? A quickie could be y'all chilling and just getting it in for an hour, sucking them off. He eating you out, y'all getting it in, and then you out. Fuck all the dinners. Nigga probably bought you some food. Grab that food and get the fuck out of there. You know what I'm saying? No dinners, none of that. It lasts longer. And you won't feel like a hoe. Okay, y'all go to the diner, you talking to this nigga for 4 hours, you feeling him. You gonna come home and look at your husband as a piece of shit. Damn, this nigga listened to me. I'm really feeling him. What if I really live? See, y'all get into that emotion. The black man is a savage. We savages, man. You know what I'm saying? And we play different. When we do this shit, when the foot's on the other foot, it's a complete different story. And that's how my father told me. You know, hit and run. You know what I mean? I can't afford. I got too much to lose anyway. I can't fuck with no damn side shit and have a relationship with. I'm too close to my wife and my daughter, so it ain't gonna work. She gonna pick up on that shit instantly. That hit and run, she know like I can't keep on top of. He at that studio. Ain't no telling what he doing for those 2-3 hours. But once I start getting into, I'm going away to see my boy this weekend. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I can't do that. Hit and run only. You know? Let me give you a real life scenario. That's like a subscriber coming to New York, and she's at my studio staying over there, and she over there for the whole week. How the fuck I'm gonna pull that off? She better be visiting family all around New York, because I'm only gonna be able to go to the studio 2-3 hours a day. Mysteriously now I'm over there all day working on the railroad. Nah, God forbid that FaceTime run, I'm fucked. You understand what I'm saying? Hit and run. Nobody could. There's no detection. Hit and run is like a cash deal. No, there ain't no detection. Hit it and quit it. Bang, I'm out. Feels good. Everybody feels good, and we out. So, any questions? Email me at the bottom. I'll talk to you later. We will revisit this tomorrow. Same topic. No, we can't do this tomorrow. It's Christmas. Well, we'll revisit this next. All right, peace. Have a good night.